Indonesia. And please give a warm welcome to 8 Villages, everybody. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, guys. So we're going to talk about agriculture. Okay, this is not a problem that Silicon Valley is facing. This is something pretty different. My name is Mathieu. I'm an agronomist. I worked in agriculture my whole life. My partner, Sunny, here, is an entrepreneur and a software engineer. And we created 8 Villages. So what does 8 Villages do? 8 Villages allows smallholder farmers to finally go social using very simple mobile phones. I guess you guys have traveled in the region. If there is one population that is super social, it's those villagers. They want to see, what are you growing, how much did you harvest, what is the flooding situation in that village, and this kind of things. So we will allow them to put this content online and share it better. By doing so, we are actually creating a lot of content that is very valuable to both the private and the public sector. Now imagine if I tell you how much Indonesia is going to produce in rice this year, or the Philippines. This has a tremendous impact not only on the private brands, but also on government food security policies, trade balances. This is a tremendously valuable information for those stakeholders in the value chain. So the problem is that, obviously, we're talking about numbers of people. 1.2 billion is what the United Nations would say. There's a lot of people living outside of the cities and growing the land, making a small income. But they're everywhere. Because they're everywhere, they are hard to engage. They're hard to talk to. They're hard to get data from. Between you and those guys, there's a complex distribution channel. There's an expensive field force. You can't put one guy in every village to get your message out there. There's no good advertising medium. It's not like they consume advertisement the same way we do. So that was my job before. I was a marketing manager in a big agribusiness, selling seeds, fertilizers, crop protection product to all those small farmers in developing countries. And we wouldn't know where to push our products because we don't know what farmers need. We don't know where they buy, why they buy it, why they don't buy it. So we set up to solve this problem, trying to get data. The way we do it is that we partner with mobile carriers in the region to offer farmers a very simple way to communicate among themselves, solve each other's problems, and let big brands and government institutions like Ministry of Agriculture engage those guys at a large scale and at a lower cost than a field force. So how does it work? Let's say you're a cabbage farmer and you can simply create your cabbage group for your locality, your village, and invite people around you. So people can join your group. You can invite people. It's all the social attributes that we always know on the internet, but it's done over very simple SMSs. Just SMSs. Once you have your group around you, communicate with those guys. It's free. It's completely free. That's our deal with the telcos. Telcos love it. We give them a key differentiator for rural areas, where they have to amortize this big infrastructure they invested in. And basically, we let farmers exchange for the first time at scale. And we capture data out of this. Now, Sani is going to show you what's currently happening in the Indonesian countryside. Those groups being created and starting to exchange stuff that we never captured before.
So this is what our corporate client currently see on their dashboard. They can see groups that has been created inside their network. Also, they can see the location of the group and how many members inside it, and how active the member inside the group is. And also, on this page, the client can see right away what are the topics are being discussed about by seeing the total keyword that being mentioned. For example, inside this group, there is interestingly talking about competition and prices. Then the client can just go inside that group and see what happened inside, what are the messages that the farmer are sent. And then, based on the color code, the client can see what are they talking about, and can just jump in right away in the discussion. And then the message will be delivered to all the members inside that group using SMS.
So I just said it was a significant population. 1.2 billion people living outside of the cities. If you take a closer look at the agricultural market, which is a multi-billion market, selling seeds, fertilizers, crop protection product, Our clients, which are those guys, those big companies here, last year they spent 150 million USD in trying to advertise and market to farmers in Southeast Asia only. So it's a significant budget that we're going after. The way we price it is simply to our corporate clients. We price it by the number of groups they are creating and engaging. So right now, for example, our clients are mostly paying for the advanced edition at 6.5K per month. If you're a cocoa, cooperative, a big cocoa buyer in Indonesia, well, you typically have 50 or 60 farmers group that you need to monitor and engage with. Well, that's the type of client we have at the moment. So we have been existing for a year. Last year we've built a team, done a lot of R&D to get there, a lot of farmers meetings. We have now 10 people in Indonesia. We are planning to just strengthen our position in Indonesia, ramping up our sales to corporate. There are a lot of agribusinesses in Indonesia to play with already. Then strengthen our relationship with the telcos, not only in Indonesia, but we're starting to talk, as you can imagine, to telcos in different countries in emerging markets, especially Philippines, Vietnam, and Vodafone as well for a multi-country approach. So, and that's how we are planning to run next year, sorry. So thank you very much. I'd be happy to answer any questions, Danny or myself. Thank you.
So I have the pleasure to know this gentleman very well. So, quick question. I saw the client Farmers Club thing. Is that real data?
Yeah.
And who has access to the groups? Is it just Farmers Club or like all your clients? How does it work? How does the group work?
Only the client. So the client give us the phone number of their key farmer, and then the key farmer will be joining the group, and then whatever happening inside that group, the
Belongs to the
client can see.
So would a farmer have a chance to belong to a few groups?
Yeah.
So you can grow several crops at any point in time.
So the incentives for farmers to use this service is mainly they can communicate free within the group.
Yes, but quickly you'll see middlemen coming into the group to tell about the prices in the local market, or you'll see the local seed seller coming into the group. So the type of information, the way people are starting to use those groups is actually to inform their daily operations and sort of improve those operations, lowering cost of raw materials or selling in better price. So it's up to who is in the group and how they use it.
Also, you definitely share some revenue with telecom.
Yes.
So how much do you share with telecom?
Okay. It's a 50-50% rev share right now with Telkomsel and Indosat. It's still, we're discussing it at the moment, but right now it's 50-50.
What's the traction now? Like how many clients and then how many groups? How does it work? The rural part of that?
We have 3 clients that have signed up quite a significant number of groups each, 50 groups each. Telkomsel and Indosat, what I just showed you was really B2B, like the businesses are intervening in those groups, but the telcos, they want to launch a SIM card for the farmers, for example, with exactly the same feature. And that's what they're going to do in 2 months, so the B2C product is going to be out there very soon in Indonesia and other countries. But here we are expecting significantly more traction.
Sorry, I cannot understand your business model, but how many customers pay you at the moment?
Businesses, 3 businesses pay us 6.5K per month right now.
So you've got 3 clients playing, and that's those 3 big companies, is it, that was listed there?
Yeah, correct.
So if they're paying, is that the top end of your customer?
These are the big guys, yeah.
Yep.
Big multinational brands, and we're starting to talk to all those plantation business and rice millers and all the domestic agri players. Hundreds of them. We started off with the multinationals because they're easier to approach. That was my background as well.
Thank you, gentlemen.